up, YouTube? Topaz Jace back for another daily review, and this one is to that Future feature Nicki Minaj, You the Baddest, and I'm giving this one the yellow light because it's not bad, but it's not great either. Honestly, this comes off as a tester. This is something that everybody does in the music industry, and even in like things like the comic industry stuff, man. Like, this is how you see big name comics just pop up at random clubs and then hop on stage and say one joke and then see how people react to it and then just walk straight off the stage. Like, they're ultimately testing to see how people gonna react to that joke. And seeing as though Future has been dropping a bunch of songs and they all come off sounding somewhat similar with that whole it's a summertime potential anthem type feel to them, and seeing as though he keep dropping them like this, just randomly releasing them, they come off as, okay, I'm testing to see which one is going to hit, and then that one that does hit, gonna put all of the promotion and everything behind it. But ultimately, we're gonna see as things continue to unfold what he has in mind. But that's honestly how I feel about these types of projects, as the concept of this song is him pretty much telling his chick that she's the baddest and that he'll always be with her pretty much no matter how many of these other chicks out here that he's sleeping with. And that's pretty funny, but yet honestly truthful, because he's at a status in this music industry where you kind of gotta expect that. Like, women will let that rock for Future. But literally, he portrays this one by saying that he got this chick sweating out her weave, fuck that hoe, you ain't got to leave, let's fuck that hoe. Pretty much saying, okay, he's dealing with this other chick, he's having sex with this other chick, as his main chick probably walked in on him, but he's pretty much telling her, like, that ain't nothing. Like, come on, you can partake in this. It ain't nothing because I still rock with you the most. But yet, there's no chemistry on here. You can kind of tell by how limited Nicki Minaj's verse is, one, and two, how she's really not talking about anything along these lines. It's more of her just going in and spitting, as I'm sure the highlight that people will look at would be that how she got the blue diamonds dancing at the party like it's Democratic, and which a play off of politics and all of that, with the Democratic Party's colors being pretty much blue. And you know, not phenomenal bars here, and it's super brief and it's not exactly on topic, so therefore that just takes away from any potential substance that this song could have had. But it's not all the way that bad. Like, it could work as a single. It's just he's gonna have to pick one and throw the money behind that joint. Definitely worth a listen, man, but not much more than that. But a quick recap here. The positives that I'm taking from this is the concept is pretty decent. But yet the negatives is I'm really just not feeling this song. Like, obviously, I didn't even talk about the production. That production just wasn't that good. The lyricism within this wasn't even that good. Like, there's really not that much to brag about on this joint. But this concludes today's review, man. And now we're going to jump into a brief instrumental from underground producer Sosa Beats before we jump into the news and then jump to an article from downloadpads.com. So the Billboard chart dropped for this week, and coming in at #1 in back-to-back weeks is Jay-Z, as this go-round, he did drop about 60% on the sales, but yet still sold more than everybody else, with 86.5 equivalency units sold and such, man, which is pretty dope. And then came in at #3 was that new Fresh Montana out. That moved 52,000 equivalency units, man, in which these are pretty decent numbers for where it's at right now. It's just nothing really major came out up until Meek Mill, which I would project that that Meek Mill album is going to knock Jay-Z off of this. But we're gonna see. But anyway, on to today's article from downloadpads.com, and today's article was about passion. Because here's just the reality of life. Like, everything that you have that you said you wanted at one point in time, it eventually is gonna get old to you. Like, this is how a lot of beautiful women get cheated on and stuff, man, because dudes, they love them a beautiful woman, but eventually that'll get old. And that same concept applies to music. Like, if you're not super passionate about the music that you're creating and wanting to be the best and you having something to prove every time you step into the booth, eventually your whole desire to be the top musician and all of that is going to fade away from you as other passions just pop up on you. But yet, this is the thing about the passion. See, your burning passion will always keep you focused on one thing if you love it enough. If you love something enough, then there's no way you're going to flip out on it. There's no way you're going to change depending on the positives and the negative things that come along with it. You're still always going to push with that because it's a burning desire that's in your soul that you will never let go. If you have that, then you got the first step to finding success in whatever it is you're trying to do. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.